Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is John. Thanks for checking out the video. Not feeling 100% today, a little bit of hay fever, I think. So I'm going to try and make this one fairly quick. This past weekend was the Denver Card Show. I did pick up 5 cards at the show, and then I have 2 recent eBay pickups that I want to share with you guys. We're just going to jump right in. I've got 5 stands up. So I will put, there's five stand-worthy cards. These 2 are not necessarily stand-worthy cards, but these were pickups at the Denver Card Show, my only 2 vintage cards at the Denver Card Show. As I've mentioned in the past, the Denver Card Show, the dealers aren't really vintage dealers. They'll have a smattering of cards, of vintage cards here and there. But I did pick these up from a guy that I'd never seen at the show before. He had just a small stack of 1972, 73 tops, and in that small stack, he just had this Ron Boone and Zemel Beatty. They, at the time, played for the Utah Stars. I am originally from Utah, and so anytime I find vintage Jazz or Utah Stars cards, I like to go ahead and pick them up and add them to my collection. And I was missing both this Ron Boone and this Zemel Beatty. So for folks that may not know, Ron Boone was an all-star. Eventually played for the Utah Jazz, and then he was the color man to Hot Rod Hundley during the Stockton and Malone days. Zemel Beatty is a Hall of Famer. Both these guys played for the Utah Stars ABA championship team, and so was able to pick both these cards up for $1. Pretty happy to add those to my kind of Utah Jazz, Utah Stars collection. These next 3 cards I'm going to show as a single lot because I picked them up as a lot. And really, it was the Franco Harris and Joe Green autographs that kind of pulled me into this. Picked these up from a dealer that I've done some deals with in the past. He's kind of a regular at the Denver Card Show. He's got great stuff kind of across the board. Generally a little bit more high dollar stuff in his showcases. And then he's got stacks kind of broken up into vintage Hall of Famers or modern day autographs and memorabilia type cards. And in his Steelers stack, he had this Franco Harris listed at 80. He had this Joe Green listed at 65. eBay comps on the Franco Harris is about 80. The Joe Green's closer to about 55. But I knew that he was a dealer that, you could bundle and save a little bit. So as I was looking through his Hall of Fame baseball, I ran across this Bob Gibson. And Bob Gibson's autograph isn't the most difficult autograph to get in the world. But an on-card autograph, this sells for about $30 pretty consistently on eBay. So I went ahead and threw these 3 together in a bundle situation and picked the 3 of them up for $150 all in. Pretty stoked about that. So 3 on-card, Hall of Famer type autographs. Huge Steeler fans, so adding the 2 Steeler cards to my collection, pretty stoked about. And then you can't go wrong adding a Bob Gibson on-card autograph to your collection, especially when you don't have one. So pretty stoked to get that. Next 2 cards are going to be eBay purchases. This one was purchased the Saturday prior to the show. And it's a 1974 Topps George Gervin PSA 6 rookie card. George Gervin, top 75 player of all time, so it fits into that part of my collection as well. He's a NBA Hall of Famer, so it fits into that part of my collection as well. Pretty clean card, little OC, but pretty clean card. And just, it's always nice. Once every month or so, I like to just go through my missing list of top 75 NBA players and see if there's any great deals out there. And this past month, when I was looking at that list, ran across that George Gervin and was super happy to add that to the collection. Final card I got for you guys is this Steve Carlton rookie, 1965 Topps. This is in a PSA 5. Pretty stoked to add this one in my collection as well. Steve Carlton is, in my mind, one of the greatest left-handed pitchers of all time. I think his numbers and statistics kind of help drive that. 4-time Cy Young Award winner. I think he won 2 championships, one with Philly and one with the Cardinals, if my memory serves me right. But kind of a Philly great. Started with the Cardinals originally. 4,000 strikeouts. Like I said, 4-time Cy Young Award winner. Nickname is Lefty, so left-handed pitcher. And for his era and decade, easily one of the best left-handed pitchers, if not just easily one of the best pitchers of his generation. That'll fit in my post-war Hall of Fame collection. I was missing that card for that collection, so I'm always happy to add to that when I can. But these 5 stand-worthy cards are my recent pickups. I do have one additional card in the mail that I will show you guys in the next video. And other than that, I'll just be honest, I've been getting skunked on eBay a lot. Price points are starting to move a little bit more northbound, so I'm going to have to revisit my strategy and start determining if I'm going to start increasing my price points. I feel really bad because I've missed out on a couple of great cards that I would have loved to have added to my collection. And a couple of those cards weren't that far off where I was looking to be on those cards. So, you know, I may, like I said, need to revisit my pricing strategy, my purchase strategy. And if not, then it'll be a little bit more of a onesie-twosie on these mail days versus, you know, 4 and 5, 6 cards at a time. So, but pretty excited to add all these 5 to my collection, plus the 2 Utah Stars cards. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. As I said, I'm dealing with a little bit of hay fever. It's just that time of the season. You know, February, March is a little early for hay fever in Denver, but you know, we've had a crazy spell of weather and getting back outside on the bike while the weather's been nice. I think the dust and everything's gotten all kicked up in my sinuses. So I'm going to go and try and get some rest. That said, if you guys like this sort of content, as you can tell, I'm a 4-sport collector. 3 of the 4 sports are represented here. I collect vintage baseball, Steelers, and Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and then vintage basketball or Hall of Fame top 75 NBA players. Above and beyond that, I collect golf, which is a little bit unique. If you're interested in seeing that type of content, you want to be a part of the team, feel free to subscribe. If you like this sort of content and you like the format, please hit a thumbs up or leave a comment below. And I'm going to wrap this one up right here. We'll just chat with you guys in the next one.